welcome back. We are on segment 3. We're back with our Nail the Numbers Pro, Taunya Woods Richardson. Okay, so you've walked us through pricing strategies. So we've figured out what we're actually offering, how to price it based on our products and services. And now we're moving into number 3, reaping the rewards. So we're figuring out what is the hidden value in actually the work that we've done up until now.
Yes, that is, that's bang on exactly what we're going to be doing in this segment. So it's really just a carry through of what we talked about in the last one, right? I want you to see the value. I want you to find the gold in the exercise that you just did. So we left off with understanding. In the last episode, we talked a little bit about you now being able to defend the price, right? So if we take that environmental consultant that was charging $50 an hour, and now we see that on a scale of 1 to 5, if they landed at 4, they should be charging $100 an hour. They're able to go back and to defend it instead of them just saying, no, I'm worth 100, right? It's like, well, because of this and this and this and this. So what is so key with that, and you'll find this in the worksheet as well. So in that weighted pricing process worksheet, it's going to ask you to identify key messages. So when you're actually looking at the criteria and you're scoring yourself, so for example, if we look at the kids entertainment center, right, and we said safety and security was a primary concern for their customer, and then they come back and they score themselves a 4, then I ask them, well, why are you a 4? And then they have to think about, why am I a 4? And then it's like, well, because we have regular routine checks. It's because we've got the sanitizers out. It's because we clean on the hour. It's because we have a technology system that matches the parent with the child. So they have all of this rationale that defends that score. Mm-hmm. That rationale, so now it's not arbitrary of, oh, I don't know, I just picked a 4 out of the sky. You've got key messages that will be able to objectively defend the price. And so what's so important in that too, is that because you chose the criteria based on what the customer was actually thinking about, what they were asking themselves, these key messages become your marketing message.
Exactly, yes.
Right? You've done, it's like I don't want to say double-edged sword, but you've multitasked. You've multitasked as an entrepreneur. So now it informs your marketing because you know what solution you're already solving for them. So this is where all of that blends in, which is huge. So A, you're able to defend the price. B, it's going to inform your marketing messages, which is, obviously extremely valuable because now you can lead them through that pipeline. But what else is really interesting here, and this is the third benefit, the value added benefit, is that when you're going through this, and hopefully everyone watching is going to be doing financial budgets and projecting into 2021, right? Not leaving it to chance and doing a cash flow, a business budget, AKA that's what it is. If in this budget you feel like you are not hitting the mark with your bottom line profitability number, it's not strong enough, and you realize that you have to increase your price somehow, what would be your, well, this is a loaded question, so I'm going to answer this, Andrea. Sorry, I don't want to put you on the spot again. If you knew you needed to increase your price, how you can actually defend an increase in price is going and increasing one of your scores by adding supplementary value to that area. So for example, if we go back to the engineering firm that scored themselves a 3 on soft skills, what they could do is they could hire a subcontractor that is a rock star in soft skills. And now that boosts them up to a 5.
Right.
And they bundle that in that price, which now they get to charge whatever that is, $125 to $150. So you know where you need to increase your value, right, by increasing your score, and still
validating your raise and price. Yes,
absolutely. So those are the 3 hidden benefits in actually doing that weighted pricing process. So I just want to close off with a couple of really important tips for everybody. And one of them is this: you need to adjust your prices every year by at least 2%. Have you ever noticed, we were talking about Tim Hortons, I hate to throw brands out there, but have you ever noticed when they adjust their coffee, we know when it goes from 183 to 187, right? We're like, what? That's 4 cents. They're adjusting every year for the cost of inflation.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't adjust every year, in 5 years, you're going to be 10% down. That's 10% that's coming off of your net profit. If you increase your price by 2%, that 2% goes onto your bottom line. So I really want people to hear that, to get into that zone of just making sure that becomes a habit. The other thing that I want you to account for, which is going to dovetail into cost of goods, but I know not everyone's going to do a cost of good exercise right now with pricing because it can be labor intensive. So here's what I want people to take away from this. When you charge a client, most of your clients are going to be using credit cards. Credit cards come with stiff fees attached to you as the merchant, right? The credit card has a fee of anywhere from 1.79 to 2.50, depending on the card that's being used. The processor is going to have a fee of anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5%. And then there also might be a transaction fee on top of all of that. We could be paying anywhere from 5 to 6% on a merchant fee that is attached to that product or being sold. You have to bundle that into the price.
Yeah.
You can't be out of pocket for that. Most people put that into operating, and this is where a lot of businesses lose their profit. So just on a wrap up is really, we've talked about setting the price, but please, if you can, go through the exercise of understanding all of your costs of goods attached to selling that product or service. You're going to want to understand all the material being used and get granular with this. You want to understand all of the inputs. Inputs include duties, exchange rates, merchant fees, delivery, shipping to you, right? Storage if it's coming to you and it yet needs to be held somewhere, right? Those are inputs. And then labor. So labor, calculating how much time it takes to make the latte. Because a lot of owners will, well, I'm doing everything, so I won't charge. But if you want to build a solid business model that can scale, we have to make sure we're charging a price that would allow us to hire someone to offer that product or service. Right?
Absolutely.
So you know me, Andrea, I could go on for like 2.5 hours on cost. I won't. But there you have it. That's really the weighted pricing model. It's and the objective of all of this, gave you a lot of meat. There's a lot of meat on the bone here. Start with episode 1, where just list all of your products and services and find your top 3. Mm-hmm. And then apply the weighted pricing process to it. It won't take you more than 2 to 3 hours to go through this, right? Once you get it done for one product, the others will be a lot faster. But this could be the difference between making it or breaking it in business through.
Absolutely. As with anything, it's better to do the uncomfortable work at the beginning. It's kind of like choose your hard, and you don't want to learn the hard way. So what you've done is broken everything down into manageable strategy, which is exactly what entrepreneurs need now more than ever. Yes. So thank you so much, Taunya.
Oh, my pleasure. And Andrea, you nailed it. You don't get away from discomfort. You can't avoid it. So either do it now or you pay the price later, and it just becomes more uncomfortable. So go and rock your numbers, founders. Become financially fierce. Just do it. We've got your back in this. Download the playbook, download all the worksheets, and just a huge shout out again for all the love and support from our friends over at Community Futures Parkland. They're a phenomenal team. Please reach out to them. They are there. They have your backs through this, and we really are in this together. So thank you for watching, and we will catch you for the next episode of the GAB. Bye for now, everyone.